still remember my first hat trick I scored as a third-year mite. It was like a spring tournament in the Burnsville ice rink.
Third-year mite.
My third goal, I was at the center ice face-off dot after my second goal.
Yeah.
I walked to the center and went in and scored a third goal from center ice, hat trick.
That's great.
I'll never forget it.
Welcome back to Pucks and Deeps, episode number 61 here, James. We're rolling.
Yeah, one of my Beavs here. I got Zach Driscoll on the pod today, the goaltender for the Beavers. Zach, thanks for joining the show.
Yeah, absolutely, boys. Thanks for having me here.
Hey, fired up. I'm surprised it took this long to get a Beav on the pod.
You know what? A lot of fans know that I'm running it. I can't just put a Beaver on. Last guy I had on was Millsy, and we actually had Dickey and Baumer, but Dickey, that
one didn't work. Yeah,
that could not go on anything. I mean, that was some things said on there that
maybe the dark web.
Yeah, maybe. But no, happy to have Drizzy on today. The Beavs are hot right now. Got a big matchup with Lake State this weekend. Drizzy, how you feeling?
Yeah, feeling good. Obviously, going into this weekend, the semifinals, feeling confident as a team. Kind of took care of business this last weekend in the opening round, and looking forward to keep going.
Yeah, I mean, you guys definitely took care of business. I think we both picked Beavs in that series. Obviously, I know you did.
Yeah, I got the Beavs winning it. You know that.
I think I had a sweep there too. But what was it like? Playing WCHA playoffs there. Obviously,
couple fans,
but definitely limited.
Sanford's gritty. It's a beautiful rink, but not many fans. Drizzy, how many fans were there this weekend?
Yeah.
I think we had 250 max, and 6 of them were my family. So, it wasn't packed, but we're just happy to be playing, obviously, and it was a good series. I think we gave the fans that were in the building something good to watch, and Michigan Tech's a really, really good team. So
yeah, absolutely.
You get that done in 2. That was big for us.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect. Obviously, Tech in the past years that I was there, a team that's made it far in the WCHA playoffs, and always a team there's no team to take lightly in WCHA. It's gritty, defensive league, but good to see you guys come out on top there. You're sitting at 12th in the USCHO poll right now. Obviously, right on the bubble. No pairwise this year as far as what matters to get in the tournament, but you got to think one win here against Lake State's going to get you guys solidified a spot there. Do you think?
Yeah, I mean we've kind of looked at it with they're taking probably two WCHA teams with the talent elsewhere in the league. So
yep.
We've our head to head against those other teams is we're winning that. So Friday night's a huge game for us.
Mm-hmm. I think Clarkson dropping out is huge for you guys.
Yeah, no Cornell in there.
Even Bentley, you just don't want any 1 seeds to lose or lose a tournament. Really, I mean,
say Bentley.
Well,
yeah,
any team in general, you don't want an upset. You don't want a 5 seed winning because that hurts the Beavs.
Yeah,
getting in the tournament. So,
true. Omaha going down early.
Yeah, like Drizzy was saying off air earlier, Denver losing last night helps the Beavs because
That's true. I didn't think of that. I mean, I would say WCHA with you guys, Lake State playing so well, Bowling Green getting out early obviously helps as well.
Yeah, that's huge.
Thinking about it, but hopefully 3 at least for WCHA.
I would take 3. I mean, I don't know how many they're gonna take from the Atlantic too. Who knows, man?
Everything's
knock on wood. We need everyone to stay healthy too.
No idea what the committee's thinking.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think they're gonna take 5 NCHE teams. That's not gonna happen. You can't do that. And that's you saw the Gopher women's team get bounced last week for no reason. I mean, who knows?
Exactly.
It's scary times, but I'll tell you what, you guys had a hell of a season last year and it got cut short. I mean, what was this off season like for you guys? I mean, after having such a great season, about to be tourney bound again last year.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we put ourselves in a spot last year where we had, we were in a national tournament. We were 11 in the pairwise going into the playoffs there. So it had been, I think 10 years or something since Bemidji had made, a tournament appearance. So that's something that as a group we were really proud of. And then to have that, we won the quarterfinals, made it to the semis, and then just had it cut short. So for us to be able to be back in that situation again this year, I know it means a lot to the core group of returners and, also the guys joining the program. So we're glad that we kind of put ourselves back on the map again and prove that this team, we're legit.
Yeah, talk about, I think the freshmen have had a big decision on how you guys have played this year. I mean, especially Lucas Sillinger, that kid's been unbelievable for you guys. And
pretty good.
All around, all your freshmen have made it just a good impact on your team. Talk about them and what they've done for you guys.
Yeah, I think they've done a good job, stepping in and adjusting to the college game. Like you said, Lucas has, put up a good number of points for us. He's got a good last name in the Beaver program. I think, having his brother here to help him out and adjust to the pace of play, kind of the way that we play. He's done a good job adjusting to Coach Territory's style a bit too. As playoffs roll around, he's been able to change his game to, what we need to do to win. So all the freshmen have been great, and hopefully we can keep it going here and get some more contributions from down the run.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, for me, watching the start of the season, obviously it wasn't a great start versus Mankato, but, after that, it was a COVID scare for a couple of weeks there, and you guys had to sit with that one. How did you guys bounce back and now end up where you're at right now? I mean, that had been tough.
Yeah, that was tough.
Puck's deep.
Tough, obviously, getting your butt kicked. First game of the year against Mankato is not how you want to start the season, but we were kind of disappointed that next night game got canceled.
I was ready, man.
We wanted a chance to prove ourselves. We had to sit with a 5-0 loss for 3 weeks, so you just do what you can do. You go to work every day in practice. You're thankful to be on the ice, and when Friday, Saturday, or I guess this year Tuesday, Wednesday, Sunday, whenever those game days roll around, you have to be ready to go out and play. So I think just the idea of being ready to play whenever and wherever has kind of led to our success this year.
Yeah. I think you guys got your chance at Mankato again. It was a shootout loss, but then you guys have 2 W's versus them again. So maybe might see them this week and hopefully again. So I think you guys answered back to that one. Congrats to you guys. But
one of my questions is going to be you guys handled. Have given Mankato a good game every time since that first one, and then have taken care of Bowling Green. I think everybody in the conference except for that one tough series with Northern Michigan. But were you kind of surprised or just playing with more of a chip on your shoulder at all that USCHO has kind of been behind in ranking you guys until as of late? Now they're bandwagoning almost.
Yeah, we kind of noticed what we were doing, with beating Bowling Green and giving Cato good games, and Lake State was ranked, Tech was ranked, but you can't really read too much into it. But we always find a way to play Mankato tough. It's a big rivalry for us. So I think we played them 6 times, and we're 2-3-1. So I don't think anybody else can say that for a top team like Mankato in our conference.
Yeah, and at the time, Bowling Green, same thing.
Anytime we play those guys, it's a good game. And
yeah,
if we win Friday and they win Friday, and we play them on Saturday, Smoles and I were talking, it'll be exactly 25% of our season will have been played against Mankato. 7 games out of 28.
Holy hell!
So
yeah, that's a tough schedule.
It's a lot of Julian Napravnik to see for a guy.
You could see him in the tournament too if both of you make it. So there's a lot of options. You think I've heard rumors that the NCAA tournament is going to be Midwest teams playing in the Midwest region. It's going to be 4 Minnesota teams playing at Fargo and
Nicoletti said maybe not too because he talked.
It's tough though.
Nobody knows
when you have 5 Minnesota teams that can make the tournament. And North Dakota's going to make it. Wisconsin's going to make it. Someone sink. Just I don't know.
Yeah,
it's going to be tough.
It's pretty cool for Minnesota hockey, though, right?
Absolutely.
Let's get 5 in there.
Division 1 teams being in the top 15 right now and having a chance to make the tournament. I don't know. You have to do some research. The last time that happened in the state of Minnesota, it's pretty cool.
Yep. And now next year adding St. Thomas to the mix, they're probably shitting their pants right now. Every team's gonna just take us out.
We're
next
doing
year.
A powerhouse here.
Yeah.
Oh, they got Sofo. They'll be all right.
Joey Sofo.
Yeah.
Anchorage transfer. Man.
First line's taken care of. I'm just picking, like you mentioned, guys stepping up, and I'm just thinking of Millsy's, mustache game going. It's got to be
the perm, everything.
The perm, just rock. Are you guys doing anything for Plas right now? Is that a weekend that we got going here? Is it going to keep growing a little beard
I'm not
game?
really a beard guy. If you want to count this as a playoff beard, I guess
That's
I got something growing. But
yeah,
Millsy's mustache, he's had that thing all year. I don't know.
Just greasy.
I don't know what that's about.
All year.
I guess that's him, but no, we're not doing anything. Nothing special, nothing crazy. No blonde hair, anything like that.
Yeah, Toby would have a fit if that happened. I think. Just to lose.
I don't think TS is a little old fashioned. I don't think he'd like the blonde hair too much.
No,
probably not.
It's not the Beavs. They don't need it. They don't need it.
It's just Millsy.
It's just who knows what Millsy's gonna do? There's no. He should get his own show the week of
his own show.
The Sunday, everyone should be watching Millsy.
I want to see 4 TikToks when they're making that selection. Out of him. Him with the broomstick doing the sellies this summer.
I don't know, man. Yeah, that was hilarious.
Awesome. We need more stuff.
Who is, I haven't met the new guys. I haven't been there since actually I left Bemidji, but who in the room is, the funny guy in the team now? Who's the jokester and, Yeah. What's the chemie like?
Ooh, the funny guy on the team. I don't know.
There's no Janko anymore, so
Hank Johnson was always kind of the guy stirring the pot, but I don't know. You got guys like Owen Sillinger, Jubenville.
Gotcha.
There's just a handful of guys that are characters, and we have a really close room, which makes it fun to go to the rink every day. And we got a really active ping pong table right now. It's caused a lot of drama on the team. It's been fun, and
that's good.
It's just a blast going to the rink every day for sure.
Who would you say is the best guy on the ping pong table right now? Who's holding it down? Am I looking at him? All right.
Yeah. Okay.
That
jersey runs that.
Shout out to Tyler Juvenile at 3 and Ross Armour at 2 right now. At the podium.
God.
I think that leads to, just tucking Genos too at the end of the day, or stopping them in your case. But what I think my favorite thing so far this year about, playing in COVID is you can kind of see like just what type of hockey's being played in each league. Like the WCHA, I swear we're posting a fight every single week. Like no other conference is getting after it that much with no fans, with nothing, whatever going on. And it happens every time. Like what do you think leads to that, and what like
it's got to be the high glass chips, man. It's enough to piss you off. But
what is it about the WCHA?
I mean, especially this year when you're playing a team so many times, obviously the tempers can brew, and there's guys, certain teams with certain guys have those rivalries that have just been on-standing. Guys are seniors; they've been playing each other for 4 years, and I guess it just kind of boils over at some point. But we've been pretty clean this year. I don't know if you've seen any of those fight videos from us, except I guess that Lake State one, we kind of got in the scrap there at the end.
Yeah, a lot of Cato, a lot of Northern Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of Cato, a lot of Northern BG's, usual culprits.
Yep. Usual culprit. I love it.
They're mixed in there.
I won't name any specific names, but I would have, if you would have told me there was a player getting kicked out of BG, I would have bet my house that I have it right if who you're going to be. So
I think, are we allowed to say it?
No, we all know who it is, and everyone listening to this knows who it is. But
we all know who it is.
My house.
That's Dutch. I love it though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just put it all on there. What about like as far as fighting? I mean, we're advocating every single day, I think, on this podcast to get it back in college hockey. What would your take be on that? And then, like, as a attendee, like, have you ever mixed it up, like in juniors or whatever?
I mean, I guess I wouldn't be like I'm not a fan of like the pushing and shoving after the whistle with cages on. Cause like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
right.
If you're not gonna fight, like, what's the point? And we talk in the locker room about guys being fake tough. It's like you're gonna get pummeled if you didn't have a cage on right now. Just skate away. And I've never mixed it up myself. No, I did. Over 3 years of juniors, and I never even came close.
That's tough.
I had the closest I ever was my last year in Omaha after leaving St. Cloud. We were up 8-1, I think, on Youngstown, and after our 8th goal, there was like a scrum in front of our net, and their goalie started shaking his gloves at me. I was gonna fight him when we were up 8-1. Man, I got 33 out of 34 going for me right now. I'm not gonna fight you and get out of this game. I'm sorry. So
that's the grittiest thing
I've ever been, but I've never actually fought.
Shaking the mitts like it's a Chell game or something. Like we do. We do.
Yeah.
That's
he's like a 6'5" Russian, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not fighting you. Just a little guy.
Holy hell, he's just begging for it. Yeah, that was probably a good call.
You can ask guys around the league if you ever have them on podcast. I'm a pretty nice guy, like in front of the net, social, I like to know how you're doing, stuff like that. I'm not really a mean guy very, very often. I
never saw it from you, especially in practice at Bemidji State, but always good jokester guy. Put smiles on the face around the room for sure. Great time with Drizzy at Bemidji. But I just got to ask, how's Saratori been? Our old friend Saratori. Obviously he's still spilling coffee all the way down the tunnel there, but what else is he doing for the boys to get him going?
Yeah, he's good. He's obviously put us in a spot where, the guys want to be. So that's all, at the end of the day, that's all you can ask for a coach. And, he's navigated through the COVID year. Yep. He's been adaptable and kind of giving us what we need as a team. And as far as our team goes, we're still number one in the penalty kill again. No surprise with the way he coaches that. And there's a reason for it because we spend a ton of time on it. Yep. So, he's doing everything he can during the COVID year to, give us the best chance to win. So that's all I can ask.
I love it.
Yeah. I mean, just Bemidji State in the PK, just
Yeah.
go together so well.
They do.
Peas and carrots there.
It's a staple. If you're not, it's okay. We're going to work on it for 10 minutes, and then you look at the clock, and 45 minutes has gone by, and you're tired. But it translates, I guess. But we spend a lot of time on it, and
Yeah. I mean, to that too, we got to talk about block shots here. I know when I was there, Dan Billett wore one to the face and his cage like dented in where it was touching his face. But I mean, who's eating the most pucks? Who's your best friend out there on the decor for the Beavs?
Ooh, I actually think Tyler Tebow blocked one with his cage last game against Tech there at the end on a power play. So
I did not see that. Okay.
Brad Johnson's blocking shots. Will's Mullet probably is right up there.
Yeah, he's gritty.
Blocks on a team. You got a lot of D-men that eat pucks, especially on the penalty kill. They're fun and everything. So hats off to those guys.
Yep, I love seeing that. I always love that. I mean,
I wonder what I got to get into the stat sheet because I didn't even expect to check it because we have attendee on.
Yeah.
But if you were a forward, I'd be getting after you about block shots. So.
or D in general. I mean, that's a big thing.
Yeah. We can get past that.
I've blocked plenty of shots this year.
I believe it. Yeah. Oh, shit. What about one thing we always ask our goalies is like, well, first of all, I mean, James might even know this. I don't. Like, at what age did you decide to give Tendy a shot? And, like, why did you put yourself through that initially? Like, do you just enjoy pain or did you just,
Like, honestly, every time I get asked this question, I might come up with a different answer because I don't even remember. I was like a second year maybe, and somebody forgot their gear. I think that's the story I go with. And
yeah, okay.
I tried it on and I loved it. And kind of when I was little, I just liked the feeling of being able to kind of win the game for the team, I guess you can say. But as you get older, you kind of realize, oh shit, I can lose the game for the team too. But I started playing when I was probably a fourth year mite full time, and then never looked back.
Let's go. Okay. What was your position before then? Were you D? Were you eating shots at a young age?
Oh, no. I was a forward. I still remember my first hat trick I scored as a third year mite. It was like a spring tournament in the Burnsville like ice rink.
Third year mite.
My third goal, I was at the center ice face-off dot after my second goal.
Yeah.
I walked the center and went in and scored a third goal from center ice, hat trick.
That's great.
I'll never forget it.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure there's a great seller to that, but being a third year.
My dad will probably listen to this and say, you're full of bullshit. That never happened. Maybe it was a dream. I don't know. I swear I scored a hat trick as a player.
You got to bring that up to the boys if they're not bearing. Just be like, guys, I mean, if I'm out there, I'd be a hattie right now. Yeah. My last game I ever played.
Turn it back to 2004. I got a hattie now.
Third year mites.
If I leave this with this podcast without talking about my football career as a kid, then
yeah, you got to talk about it.
Yeah,
you got to talk about it.
Is that where the grittiness comes from?
Yeah.
I played. I was an offensive lineman up until my sophomore year in high school. So I actually just wore my Eastview football sweatshirt to hang out with the boys the other night. But
no, you didn't.
I was a 5'10", 205 offensive center my sophomore year of high school that we made it to the state tournament in hockey. And after that year, I had to pick between continuing my career as a linesman or trying to continue my career in hockey. And I think I picked right.
I don't know, man. I'm just kidding.
Beefy lineman.
Huge lineman.
Yeah, so I wore number 66 on the O-line. So
that's a gritty number.
I've kind of gotten the new nickname of Sixes this year instead of 33. So
I love it. I'm surprised Toby didn't give you the number. I mean,
True.
Can you imagine Jersey wearing 66 between the pipes right now?
I don't think anyone else.
I thought about it for senior year change. Maybe senior year mix it up 66. I don't know.
That'd be great. Greatest number.
Doesn't Bemidji State have a football team?
Yep.
You ever thought about just going two sports, just running it like Dion?
If I try to get on the O-line now with what I look like, I would get absolutely demolished.
Maybe a tight end.
Oh man,
that's tough.
Yeah, that's tough. Talk about what's up?
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was
going to say I wanted to be a tight end when I was in 5th grade, but I was 1 pound over the weight limit to touch the ball. It was ridiculous.
They're like, you're going to kill somebody.
I had to be a lineman. It was brutal.
That's funny.
Man,
that's
if you could go back, I mean, it all worked out.
I do want to stay before the college time here, but you were a stud at Eastview. Was that when you like really realized you're going D1? I mean, you're going to have a chance to be a hell of a goalie at the D1 level?
I guess at the time I didn't really think I was like for sure going to be a Division I goalie and playing college hockey, but I had the opportunity. I was pretty fortunate to be in all the high performance,
Yep.
Select 16s national camp, 17s national camp. So that's kind of how my St. Cloud commit started, is because kind of all my buddies who were at that level were committing as well. So I kind of wanted to be, I didn't want to be left out. So, but yeah, high school for sure. The only way that I started playing my sophomore year of high school is another story. If you want to hear that.
Oh yeah, fire. I want to hear it.
My sophomore year, it was myself and a senior goalie who'd been on the team for 2 years already. I was kind of a young, up and coming kid, and I actually sprained my hand at the end preseason. And so he started like the first 3 or 4 games of the year. I was out, and then when I got back, we started rotating until Christmas every other game. And then we had the Dirty Rochester tournament over Christmas break, and he went and took a trip to Hawaii. He told our coach, he goes, "Hey, sorry, I got a paid vacation to Hawaii.
You got
the tournament."
I'm out.
The coach said, "If you leave and this kid's playing well, you're not playing again." He said, "Yep, I'm out of here." We ended up winning the Rochester tournament, and then the game after, we beat Egan, who was like third in the state at the time. I had like 64 saves on 66 shots. We won, and he didn't play again. So,
the rest is history there.
If
Wow.
that kid didn't go to Hawaii, I might not be here right now. That's the story.
Hey,
Have you ever called him up and thanked him for booking that trip with sandals or whatever
how was
the hell
that
it was?
trip?
Yeah.
I should.
Definitely prepares you. What you played in a couple junior leagues. What would you say is the best league for a goalie to develop in right now?
I like the USHL. I think a lot of people argue that the North American League produces a lot of good goalies, which it does. But I just enjoyed. I think I was only in the North American League for 2 months, so I can't totally bash it. But spending a year and a half in Omaha in the USHL was really, really good for me. And the skill you see every day in practice, it's fast, it's talented, it's everything that you'll end up seeing at college. So I think that league really helped me, with where I'm at today.
Well, one question I wanted to ask, just like, because we got to do all of our attendee normal hits, because I want to compare him against, how he's playing in Mittens. We had Mittens on the pod before.
Yeah, we got to give the Beavs need an even advantage. I mean, not even, that didn't make sense. The Beavs need an even slate here because we had Mitts on the pod.
Yeah.
Great guy. He makes, beer pong tables in his garage. It's tough to do, but.
Well, yeah. Are you friendly with Merrick's Mittens off the ice? Is that safe question to ask?
Off the ice, when we're on the ice together, we always, give each other nods and in the whistles a few times. We've tossed the puck back and forth to each other, and so I'd say we're friendly. He's a good guy, and congrats to him on the season he's having this year. He's having an unreal season and Richter finalist. So fired up for him, and hopefully, obviously not Friday night. I don't want to do buddies with him, but he's a good guy, good goalie for sure.
Yeah, he's a beauty.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I have a feeling a low scoring game. But yeah, we'll see. I'm pumped.
Low scoring game, but we are giving the bump to Bemidji over Lake State.
ECH bump. Yep.
Yeah. Or no matter what happens. But I guess my question for goalies is do you think it's fair? That attendees obviously in hockey get the bad rap for just being the weirdest person in the locker room. Do you think that lines up with you? Every attendee's denied it, that it's not them, but they do think that it's true otherwise, is what we've heard.
See, that's exactly it. I'm not a weird guy. There's some things I do that are like part of my game day routine that it's not weird. It's just like routine, But
right.
I have known goalies that are like, okay, yep, you're the weirdo.
Yeah.
Schulte, our media guy, in our last interview told me that in the last, or however long he's been working for BSU, I'm the most normal goalie that he's seen. So you take that and you do with it what you want. But
I'll take it.
I have, little quirks on the ice that you do things a certain way. You move snow in this pile, and then the next go you move it to this pile. Things, goalies are all, you all got your own, little weird things, but off the ice, I'd say I'm a pretty normal guy.
I think I'm going to second that one.
My girlfriend might not think so. But,
no, but I do. I think you're the most normal goalie I've ever met. Always a joy to work with, and making me and Becca laugh on the bench every day. That was good stuff, good memories. But most normal goalie I've ever met by far. So
I would say so far. from who we've talked to on the pod, he's sound the most normal. I'll
Yeah.
give him that. For Tendy, how many Tendies have we had on? Like 6, 7?
I think it's the 6th. I don't know, but a lot of good ones. I know that. So
Quite a few, yeah. Only the best.
should we go speed round here?
Yeah, let's rock some speed round. I'll throw in like all the sound animations later, but just it's intense. Flying. You're a goalie. You're good.
Sartori's yelling at you. Just remember.
Yeah.
In the back.
All right, let's do it.
All right, who's got the hardest shot that you've faced in college hockey?
All time?
All time,
Jimmy
or it could
Schultz.
be the two.
Jimmy Schultz.
Hands down, Jimmy Schultz. Yeah, St. Cloud.
Yep. God,
Former
practice.
podcast.
It's tough. Yeah, former podcast member. Yep.
Love that. What about favorite team to play against in the WCHA?
Like rink or team?
Well, let's switch it up. Favorite rink to go to?
Favorite rank, okay.
I don't mind Northern. I think Northern's not a bad spot. I kind of like the Olympic rink and just the style that's played there. I go Northern.
Okay.
Northern.
It's the first we heard that one, but yeah.
What about best sty, on a game day coming to the locker room? Who looks like they're ready? I'm guessing Millsy is my pick.
No, not
Millsy.
really. Maybe Cardelli.
Cards.
Cardelli in the lineup.
Yeah.
Okay. What's he wearing?
He wore a shirt, like a sweater, like vest thing this year. That was John Daly's.
Wow.
Ooh.
That's
Okay.
Yeah, he said his
Like he
dad
paid for it?
bought it off him like a long time ago, and then he gave it to him. It was sick.
Damn. Okay.
our boy Ian Janko. I remember he used to have a
Jefferson boy.
That green coat.
green coat. He used to wear it, and Sartori like copied Sartori, the coach's coat, like same thing. The green coat he'd wear it to the, oh man,
yeah.
came with a cup of Joe, just the funniest thing I've ever seen. He was just a jokester. Mr. Janko, God. But yeah, no, some good sty, and I know
That was outrageous.
the Fitzgerald boys always had really good sty, and Hamp. I mean, a bunch of good guys there. Dickey's probably the worst. I think Dickey's the worst.
Ham had that Swedish style.
Yeah.
He looks good. He looks good coming to the rink for sure.
Yep.
What about getting ready for the game day? Like, what are you doing? You said you're a little superstitious. Is anybody just like blasting music? Are you guys ripping smelling salts? Or like, what's the routine to get you, ready?
I get to the rink. I get changed. I don't stretch at all before a game. I don't know if that's bad to say, but
Okay.
I pretty much get to the rink and play ping pong until we do our dynamic warm up as a team.
Love
I
that.
don't know. I like to keep it light, loose. Music's going in the locker room. I have my own headphones in before the game. Here's the weird goalie thing I do for you. I do my little reaction ball thing, but then I go out to the bench and do. I don't know if you've seen like the video of what Hellbuck does, kind of with his eyes.
Yep.
Just that weird thing on the bench. I started doing that last year, and I kind of just like the way that what it did to my eyes, just kind of getting them dialed in. So
Absolutely.
if you get a camera on me in Mankato there before a game, then you can capture it and say, here's the weirdo. So there you go.
Well, maybe I'm gonna try to make it down there for one of the games here. I don't know. Do you know? Is there fans allowed this weekend? Try to hit up someone for a media
I'm not
pass.
sure if there's going to be general public like tickets yet or not. I know we had like a really, really condensed ticket list just for our team even. So,
You're right. Yeah. I wasn't gonna ask Tobes for
curious
that,
to
but
see if tickets are sold.
well,
ECH should get in the building, I think.
either that or we'll
Yeah.
be in Bemidji on Sunday probably. So I'll be skipping work. But
God, gritty.
yep. Something. I gotta ask about SpongeBob. Is he on the helmet this year?
He's not on the helmet this year. That was
Is that just juniors?
that was kind of out of left field. My last year of juniors.
Yeah.
I like SpongeBob as a kid, and I always put my helmet down in front of me in the locker room in between periods. So it was just kind of something to laugh at for me, kind of keep it light in between periods.
Mhm.
I got my new paint job for junior year there, and I went Tom and Jerry that time around on the top of my helmet to look at.
Nice.
That one, my grandpa and I used to watch that all the time, and he passed away. So that was the way to keep it light and funny, but also have a little bit of meaning there. So
Absolutely.
that's what I'm rocking this year.
No, it's working for you. I do have another question about the outdoor game and that experience and what that was like, just going through all that. Remember, that. Just talk about that.
You miss
because
it?
That was my favorite experience. Everyone got frostbite, man. I didn't even play, and I got frostbite in every.
Like the outdoor game was like so much fun, but I never want to do it again.
Yeah.
Like, it was so cold. The guys on the bench at least had heaters kind of on the bench for them.
Yeah. You're
And
just.
stuff out on the ice the entire time, and they want to keep doing like the ice, like cleaning the ice at like the 5-minute marks, kind of. And I'm just standing out there. It's -40. You can't see anything when the play is going on because it's pitch black in the background. I think DB scored a goal from the red line that game.
Yep.
It was me and Baydoun, and we're like, what are we even doing? But it was, really, really cool experience for sure, being a Minnesota guy.
Man, the locker rooms were in a trailer. There's like 4 trailers. Each team got 2 trailers. We're just in a trailer, just packed. Like, you walk in, you can't
just
even walk.
Huddling
You're just
for
like,
warmth at that point.
No.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I had to go back every 5 minutes, and Drizzy's just out there for the whole game, just freezing his ass off. And it was
awful. We were crammed in there, and I think we had I don't even remember honestly how we got there. We took a bus half dressed or something from the rink. We had to warm up. I made the worst mistake. I warmed up in the same socks at the rink that I ended up wearing in my skates for the outside game. So
you could have asked me to get you new skates or new socks
already going into the game. That's probably why my toes froze, obviously.
Yeah,
but no frostbite or anything.
No, none for me. I think Adam Brady was the only one who had his toes felt it for a while, actually, after the game.
Yeah.
No, just cool memories, cool for Dylan Eichstead, hometown guy, and that's something I'll remember forever.
Yeah, I mean, the OT win for Eichstead there in overtime, hometown kid. I mean, versus a rival team in Michigan Tech was unbelievable. That was just, it was chills, but you couldn't get chills because it was negative 30 out. Yeah. I'll never forget, Drizzy comes up to me before the game. He's like, hey, can you put a winter cap over my helmet? I was like, it's not going to help much, man. It's negative 30 out there. And here I am zip tying a fucking winter hat to his helmet. Yeah. That was great.
It was just for style.
Yeah, just style, but I mean, it's... I was just like, man, this game's gonna be so cold.
It worked out. Got the dub.
Yeah, no, it was just good memories there, and man, I really miss Bemidji trying to make it back up there, and hopefully we get something to celebrate about here in a couple of weeks. But yeah, man,
absolutely.
Yeah, any other speed round questions we got for him?
We ran through them all.
One more. Music. What kind of music listening to before the game?
Like pregame music.
Yeah,
fire it up.
I've had the same. This actually was a question in the locker room because guys were curious. So I was in my headphones. I've had the same downloadable pregame playlist from Jimmy Schultz's younger brother John in my ears before games since my first year of junior hockey.
You're going 7 years, right?
The same song plays when I do this. The same song plays when I do that. I think the very first song that I started putting my gear onto is "Burn It to the Ground" by Nickelback. I just don't want to change it. I don't know.
You can't.
I think there's some Avicii in there, and I think the last song I've kind of changed up the last song I listened to, but before Tech I went out both games to "Donald Trump" by Mac Miller.
Oh,
that's the last song in my. I don't know. I like it.
I like it.
Those are all big throwbacks. Yeah, I think this will be the first pod ever where we have a Nickelback playing out song. So
I mean, yeah.
That's what I'm picturing right now. We can mix it up.
I think we got to start it with Nickelback because this is releasing on game day. I think we have to throw some Nickelback in this video. But
burn it to the ground every time when I put my socks on.
I did promise. Oh, do we have any fan questions that were really good? Can you?
Well, we already covered one. Was who do you have paint your mask for you? Did you say who?
Yeah, no, we don't have a who. Who paints your mask?
Yeah, so my mask is painted by John Sperano. He's out of Omaha, so he took over my mask when I played for the Lancers there, and we've actually grown into really good family friends since then.
Cool.
So he does a great job. He does a lot of the WCHA masks around the league, and he's really, really expanded away from, he's still in the USHL, but he's really broadened into college as well, and he does a great job. So shout out to Helmet Head Designs there.
There we go.
So, yeah, I've heard of them. The other, I mean, you wrote one, SpongeBob.
Yeah. I said I remember
we had one that's a Mankato chirp. I don't know. Do we want to throw that one in?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought. And then the last one we didn't really cover is who's your favorite team to play against in the WCHA? I guess
we should have threw the fan question sticker out earlier. We always do this to ourselves. Don't give enough time.
Well, the other ones we've all covered. That's what I'm saying.
No, yeah, I know.
Favorite team to play against?
Yes, that's from Carson 8328. Shouts.
That's tough. I like making saves, so that's like good games. So it's tough to say Mankato because they're a really good team. So sometimes it's not fun. But
yeah,
when you play on a Friday or Saturday night in Mankato, and that place is juiced, it's an unreal game, unreal atmosphere. It's similar to like an NCHC Nodak. It's close to the WCHA can skate to Nodak, right? So,
Yep.
and that's a pretty cool place to play for sure.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, yeah, after we made that game day experience, I mean, Mittens was on an island, and I think he would say the same thing. Like, he was having a good night, and they almost won that game. So, yeah, they're going to get a ton of shots, and the place is going to be rowdy, just chirping you. I guess that is my last question. Like, do you kind of enjoy, not having fans at some away rinks? I'm guessing no, but is it kind of nice that they're not just in the back of your ear, just chirping you when they're...
No, I love it.
I love it. Yeah, you got it.
I love when I skate to a corner and fans on the other team are cheering me. Give them one of these, let them hear it. I think it's something to build off of. It makes the game more enjoyable, more fun, and it's different if you're losing 4-0 when that happens. If you're losing 4-0, then maybe you're not hyping them up as much. But
right.
no, I like interacting with the fans in whatever way. So I miss that for sure.
Yeah, I do got one more question. This one's from former Beavs equipment manager Elliot here, but he wants to know what your opinion is of Toby.
I like Tobes. Me and Tobes get along great.
Yeah,
he always comes out and hangs out with us in the back of the bus. He's, he is without a doubt the most detailed and professional equipment manager I've had in my career. He does things his way, the right way, and if you need something, he'll help you out. He's a heck of a golfer. It's fun to watch him out on the course.
Oh yeah. Good guy all around, man.
Guy.
I think, we're not sitting right here at the studio right now without Toby, so he gave me a job there and got me connections and a good experience and met Drizzy. I mean, yeah, it's all come together. So shout out to Toby for sure, because he deserves a pod, and a big reason why the Beavs are where they are. I'm going to say it. Yeah.
Exactly.
He's always yelling six. If he's got 6 guys on the ice for the other team, he's running the stopwatch on the bench.
I think he's drawn 3 penalties this year on too many men.
That's good.
He's all over.
He's keeping that stat. Yeah, I mean, he's got some power plays for the Beavs. So
team's gonna be calling him up for that.
Yeah, no, Toby's great, and I definitely miss Bemidji and the boys. So, no, Zach, best of luck this weekend. If you're listening to this podcast, it is Friday right now.
It's game day.
Beavs play at 7:37 tonight versus Lake State, trying to make it back to the NCAA tournament. And yeah, I mean, roll Beavs, baby.
Roll Beavs. That's all I gotta
roll
say.
Beavs.
Roll Beavs.
Boys.
All right, so that's a wrap. We just had on Zach Driscoll, the senior goaltender, or better yet, the senior wagon, I would say, for your Bemidji State Beavers, James.
Yep, absolutely. Just a brick wall for the Beavers. Better guy off the ice than even is on. So, I mean, just a beaut all around. And thank you to Zach for coming on. But what were you going to say?
I was going to say, yeah, better all around on and off the ice, because he did win the WCHA Student Athlete of the Year.
Yep.
So he's just smart for no effing reason too. So
yeah, just a good guy, and like I said in the
nice.
pod, like just putting smiles on everyone's face, and good locker room guy, just good guy to have if you want to win a championship.
Yeah, especially playoff time, WCHA, it's coming up. We love our guy Merrick's Mittens and Lake State over there, but we do love our Beavs even more.
I mean, it's gonna be a 1-0 game probably, just 2 studs between the pipes this weekend, and you're gonna want to tune in that tonight, 7:37 Central Time at Verizon Center. So yeah, the Beavs again are playing for a chance to hopefully get just a bid here in the NCAA tournament. I'm going to be watching that one and pumped if
on Flohockey, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you call me on Sunday, I won't be answering. I'll say that after Sunday. Yeah, or Monday morning for that matter. The selection show is Sunday.
So
Friday. Monday morning, don't call me.
Game is Friday though.
The game's Friday. Yeah, and then we'll know. So I mean, it's just going to be it could be a week. We'll say a weekend.
So you're listening to this. It's game day.
It's game day right now, and.
It's been a little bit though, so I think let's recap from last week. Obviously, every conference tournament has started by now. Saying this on Tuesday night right now, but let's touch on. So for me, should we start on Atlantic?
Yeah, we got it. We got to go grittiest conference besides the WCHA. It's the Atlantic, and start us off, Ellie. We know who to talk about.
Yeah, Niagara. Hello, comeback, yo.
A team that we rode hard all year last year, and season shut short. They didn't forget. They're here.
No, I mean, they might have been out for about a month and some change, and then they came back with a vengeance. My boy Jack Billings, just an NHL kind of tuck for no reason, shooting behind the goal line and just burying an OT winner. Next night they come out, they get a red line goal that kind of just greased in there. And yeah, they've seen themselves in the semifinals of the Atlantic. So, I mean, no one wants to run into Niagara, and I feel a little bit bad for AIC. Like, they haven't played it very much hockey either, and they're not nearly as hot as this Niagara Eagles team. So we got Canisius moving on, or Canisius. Canisius is playing against Army. That's going to be a good matchup. They honestly just rolled over RIT. Didn't see that coming. Shout out to our boy Will Calverley. Still love you. But yeah, so that's the matchup there. And then we got a very hot Eagles team looking to upset AIC.
Yeah, I mean, they battled through the play-in game. And then this last weekend, Friday they lose a tough one, 3-2 to Rob Morris. That was a gritty game. Next night gets even grittier, double OT win for Niagara, so it's 1-1. You're going game 3 on Sunday, game 7 situation, and they come with a 2-1 win versus RMU, a good offensive team this year that was playing for a chance in the tournament because they have the offense this year. And we'll see if they get in, but I don't think they will after that one. Niagara's hot, especially if Niagara's sneaks away with any kind of championship game or anything. Who knows?
Playing shutdown D. They were scoring goals all year when they were playing, and now they're actually defending.
Like we've said, we had RB on last week, and they're right there, and AIC's right there. So all bubble teams right there. And I think the Atlantic gets two teams, and deservedly so.
I think they for sure should get 2 teams. I think Army and AIC, maybe Niagara if they win it. Obviously, whoever wins it's getting that bid. But and also Canisius could definitely get that. They've been playing really well as of late. But how about we jump over to Hockey East? Tough one for your UConn team.
I took Ice Bus, and I'm just fan favorite. I took it. Realistically, I'd pick UMass, but I'm hurting for UConn boys right now, and Providence really gave it to them 6-1 win there, but it's tough.
I'd say that was tough. It wasn't the biggest upset, obviously.
No.
UMass Lowell,
I wouldn't consider it an upset either. They were ranked 17th. UConn wasn't.
Right.
So
yeah.
But the UMass Lowell team, the Riverhawks, they've had I wouldn't say surprising. I expected them to win the first round. I thought the one versus BU would be close, and sure enough, it was, and they snuck away with a 1-goal victory there, and big win over BU, who's I'd say probably could be in the tournament no matter what.
Yeah, I think they're shoo-in, but obviously now they're probably a 4 seed.
Yeah. Now they're a 4 seed. They're playing either Nodak, Mankato, who knows, but
it's gonna be tough for them. But still in, and good for the Riverhawks. Want to see them in the tournament.
Absolutely,
they deserve it.
Who do they got this weekend?
This weekend they're playing BC, who had a narrow victory over New Hampshire there. Shout out to the Wildcats, came back down 3-0 early.
Yeah, they made it a game.
They rallied. They played Boston College tough both times before. But 3-2, Boston College comes out with that W. I believe they're facing UMass Lowell.
That makes sense. That makes sense because UMass is going to be playing Providence, who UMass took care of Northeastern 4-1 win there. So I think it's going to match They've looked good, man.
If I had to say, I'm going to say UMass versus BC, just to predict it. UMass Lowell is the hungrier team. They kind of, not that they need to win. I feel like that they're obviously a bubble team.
Yeah.
But just getting there, beating BU might put them in the tourney. But obviously, I'm going to say most likely BC. UMass.
I think if we're gonna jump another conference, we're going to the WCHA final WCHA tournament for the near future here. But what a weekend for the Northern Michigan Wildcats. I can't tell you how pumped I was to see that 5-1 win in a game 3, Northern Michigan and Bowling Green at Bowling Green too, with fans. It was loud enough, and their season's on the line. Northern Michigan came out and just spanked Bowling Green, and it got pretty physical there at the end, as we saw in that Twitter clip.
It tends to get that way with especially these two teams, the more friskier teams in the WCHA.
That's playoffs. Anything goes. But I'm surprised we didn't see a full line brawl there. I gotta say,
my favorite part is just looking through all the Twitter replies and people. I'm a Bowling Green fan and I hate what I saw. With the fighting.
Whatever.
It's just it's playoff hockey.
Like we talked about with Drizzy on the pod today. A big sweep for.
Yeah, any bubble team, but especially Bemidji in their conference. Seeing Bowling Green going, which. Bowling Green had been kind of falling all season. I don't know if, obviously Bemidji had swept them both times they played them this year. So
Bowling Green, but
I think they're on top to me. But
Bemidji State over Michigan Tech was just, they were down Saturday and came back and won that game. So
I think as long as Mankato takes care of Northern Michigan, which I expect them to do, I think regardless of what happens between this series with Lake State, Bemidji's in. But
it's just a single game. No, the Bemidji needs to win this one. The win, and they're
going to win.
In.
ECH bump. That's all we're saying.
I'm just praying for a good game there. Really want my Beavs to be in. I have no idea.
I can tell sitting over here. Should we jump down to Big Ten?
That's been a hell of a series, man. Wow, was that? It's been a fun one to watch. Let's start with Penn State over Notre Dame. Notre Dame 2-0 early in that game.
At home.
And then all of a sudden I look and it's 3-2, 4-2, whatever. It was 4-3, 6-3 final. Regardless, Penn State. Hell of a run in the Big Ten tournament.
Could still, bubble team.
And then the next game they give Wisconsin a run for their money if it wasn't for the hockey god Cole Caulfield coming in and taking that one from him. Penn State's in the championship game tonight versus Minnesota, and it might be a different story as we see Minnesota just housing Wisconsin tonight. PJ Fleck's got to be proud they're about to put up a tutty on them. So. It's been wow, what a game tonight. Both teams, Minnesota and Wisconsin, will be in the NCAA tournament 1-2 seed probably.
Easily.
But still, just you like to see a border battle. I hope we get another rematch. I want Gophers, North Dakota. I want Gophers, Badgers in the playoffs. Everyone wants those matchups, the rivalries to happen in the NCAA tournament. But shout out to the Gophers. We're recording this on Tuesday night live right now during the game, but they're going to go ahead and 99% chance of winning this game, going to the third period up 5-1. You never know.
5-2 now.
5-2. So
15 minutes left in the third.
15 minutes left, but you never know. And I think the Gophers are well-deserved championship with the Big Ten here.
Yeah, I mean, that was surprising to me. I was happy to see that the Gophers, I did predict them to win the tournament, but I said that they could not beat Wisconsin, so I'll eat my words there. They're taking care of them, finally showing up and playing their best game. So
yeah, I mean, barely snuck out with a win over Michigan State in OT, and then last night, I think Straussman would like to have that second one back from, Rantis under the pad there, but they were down and out versus Michigan, and all of a sudden, third period, boom.
Good teams find ways to win.
They do.
Just
but
like the Beavs.
Straussman's got to have that one, and I predicted Michigan to win that tournament, and shocked they didn't win that one last night after the way they started it. But yeah, here we are, Big Ten tournament championship going on. Let's jump to St. Cloud, North Dakota. They still have 2-1 right now.
Yep, 2-1. Well, that's what it says. 14. You never know with college hockey news, but we got 2-1 St. Cloud State over North Dakota with 14 minutes left in the second. A lot can happen there, but we should start with the beginning of the NCHC tournament.
That's been
Denver almost took care of business against North Dakota. That was a great game last night. A bunch of overtime games on Monday night.
Just for Denver to win the first one versus
Omaha.
That was a big win, and a
lot of bubble teams. I think Omaha still gets in. It's kind of unfair how they had to play North Dakota 4 straight times to end their season.
Yeah,
and then you face Denver, who they're right there. Denver, if they were healthy all year. I think easily could have been. That's
I tweeted last night. I think they could be the 16th team, and they proved it last night with guys missing. They were right there with North Dakota, gassed in overtime. So, impressive team right there. I don't think they deserve to be snubbed. I'd rather see them get in versus, obviously, not to shame the Atlantic or anything or WCHA, but I'd rather see them get in. I'd rather see them get in over a third WCHA team or a third Atlantic team or even a fourth Big Ten team. Denver's right there. So, interesting and. It'll be interesting to see who wins the championship for the NCHC, the Frozen Faceoff this weekend, or tonight. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Nodak comes back and win it. Just with all those fans going nuts, that's how it was in Denver. They were out shooting them the whole game. Denver was up 1-0 because that shot off the skate. Yep. I think that's kind of how it's gonna happen here tonight. Is that they're gonna rally, they're gonna get the extra man figured out. But still crazy stuff happening. I'm happy to see that Duluth got that win that they needed.
Yep.
Didn't beat St. Cloud State. I don't even care. It's all about tourney time now.
It's tourney time.
St. Cloud State's going to have a better seed, whatever. Let's just get to it. I'm
touching on that.
Pumped. All right, so it's a little pause right there. Last time we checked in, it was 5-2 Gophers with 15 minutes left.
We were speaking as 5-1.
Yeah, well, 5-1.
And that's a 99% chance the Gophers are the Big Ten champs. And then what happened, Theli?
Then about 2 more goals. Caulfield chimed in finally. 5-4 with, I think, 3 minutes left
still. Just a nip and a half, man.
Ping. Wisconsin had 50 shots on net, and I think before that one, Caulfield had 6 or 7 himself. So he was due. Wisconsin almost gets in there.
Just tip of the cap, man. What a comeback. You made that a game. It was a 2-goal game, and I thought it felt like a 1-goal game.
It reminded me a lot of us and Chell, just a third period team. You might not start as strong as you'd like, but I think we always get the most pucks deep when it comes to the third.
And here comes Dan with a text right now saying, Big Ten's such a joke. Not even a tweet about the championship yet. He's salty about the Dogs still.
Yeah, he's not happy. I feel his pain there, but that is a huge Big Ten title for the Gophers.
I think the Dogs losing that game helps them. Just the way that they are. Coach Allen, just everything he does. I think them coming in as an underdog, if you want to call them that.
They're always an underdog.
It just motivates them more and makes them more dangerous in the tournament. But yes, to your point, what a tilt there between the Gophers and the Badgers. Shout out, just the Badgers, tip of the cap to them. They got the regular season title. Gophers get the Big Ten tournament title. But what all that matters is the dance here, and I hope these teams match up in the playoffs. In the tournament. So
yes, sir. So I say I think we hit every conference then, right?
Yeah, we've touched every conference. ECAC, Quinnipiac. They
Quinnipiac.
They that bid.
That's the tough thing is you don't know if I guess we could add them to St. Lawrence and Colgate. If they win the ECAC, they're in. I hope they don't, just because I don't think either of those deserve to be in because it's not a tournament.
Yeah,
you have to win 2 games.
Yeah,
3 games. I don't know if it's a series or not, but I think Quinnipiac's the only one deserving coming out of there.
Yeah,
I'll say it. So hopefully Quinnipiac takes that tournament, kind of frees up possibly an Army spot.
Yeah, you want to see? For me personally, I want to see an Army.
Hell yeah, I want to see an Army spot.
A Niagara, a Lake State. I'd say Lake State and Bemidji and Minnesota State. I think Mittens could really steal a game in the tournament. So
yeah, let's run through. So a lot of people have been asking, who do you think's going to get in the tournament?
On the segment right here, we're going to run down the 16 teams that we think should be in this tournament. Selection show is on Sunday, I believe on NCAA.com and ESPNU, correct?
ESPNU for sure. I don't know about NCAA.
I think it will be on both. We'll be going live Sunday and definitely posting about it and guaranteeing that because we are the best college hockey page. Yeah, you're going to want to tune into ECH every day, but especially Sunday, and that's going to be a fun day. And, especially for all these schools that lost their season last year that, for sure, definitely deserved to be in it last year, like Minnesota State, Bemidji, just the Gophers had a run last year. There's a lot of teams that a lot on the table left still, so... they're mad and they want their shot at it. So yeah, I'm pumped for Sunday and just the tournament in general. But who do we got going to the dance here?
All right, so for sure, I'm not even talking seeds. I just ones that we know are in North Dakota.
Yep,
obviously Boston College.
Yep, for sure.
Minnesota State, Mankato.
Yep, that's 3. I mean, and Minnesota had the Big Ten championship, and so
that's 4.
Regardless of Minnesota State winning that WCHA tournament, if they do or not, I still think they're the 4th 1 seed, so I think they still lock it up.
Right. I think Quinnipiac's in no matter what.
Yeah, but
they don't need. I hope they win their tournament. I don't think they need.
I don't know. I'd say a 3 seed.
Not a high seed. I think 3 or 4 for them. Just because the strength of schedule just wasn't there. They can't control that. But Wisconsin's in obviously.
Yeah,
so that's
hell
6.
of a season by them.
I'm gonna jump over. I think so. Either AIC or Army's for sure in. We don't know who's gonna win that tournament. Then we also got Canisius and Niagara lining up there. Whoever wins that Atlantic tournament's getting a bid. Yeah. I hope there's 2. I hope it's AIC.
Any one of those
Army.
Teams could win it, but
Niagara.
I would. Yeah, I mean,
I love my Eagles.
God, I would love 3. I'd love 3 AIC Army.
Give me them all. Can we take them all? Can we make it a top 20?
But realistically, back to our point here, you're going to see.
I'm thinking 2 max.
I'm thinking Army's been well deserving, and they could pull what Air Force did the other year, a couple years back. It's like 4 years back, but beat St. Cloud in that first game. Like
right. It's gritty hockey.
It's
good goaltending.
Man, it's good. Yeah, I got Trevin between the pipes
power
there.
Play.
Colin's gonna just keep firing pucks like Caulfield has. So Army, I think I'm gonna go ahead and say Army's that last team in the tournament, win or lose that Atlantic tournament. But
I think so too. I think they're taking down.
AIC is tough because, like you said, they haven't had a lot of games lately. So it's I mean.
They're still in because when it comes to win-loss ratio, which is why the Minnesota Gophers women's team didn't make the tournament. Yeah, because they lost 1 more game than Boston College and Providence. I think that's what it comes down to. Like Army, they're winning games. Same with AIC. So AIC has the best win-loss ratio. I think that gets them in. It's a funny year, so I'm thinking Army too, and they deserve it. Like all jokes aside, Army has been the hottest team in college hockey, and they can win the tournament.
And I think when it comes down to, like we said, hot goalie and Trev and Riley, a coach that's seen it all and has done it all. Grit. So and they got the ECH bump. So Army for sure. I don't care, and I don't think they care as long as they're in the damn thing. Yeah. Get that that last seed. They're really on the bubble.
No one wants to
I
play
see them
Army.
winning that next series. If they can win that next series, I don't see any reason under any circumstances that they do not make the NCAA tournament. I mean, unless Niagara were to go win that thing and Lake State wins the WCHA. Big Ten's been decided by a 2 seed in Minnesota and North Dakota.
Kind of what you expected.
It's going to be a 1-2 seed too, so it's not going to really hurt them. If Denver would have won and won this tournament,
Lowell wins it all.
Yeah, that would hurt them. But if
East.
Denver would have won the tournament, that would have killed them. I mean. I think it's rolling right for you. Now you got Clarkson dropping out of it, who was, again, a bubble team there.
Shout out to Clarkson, just getting on a little...
just a bender. I mean, it is what it is. I know it's a bad look on the school, and it hurts the boys, and it hurts the recruiting, but I don't know, man. At the end of the day, here's what I'll say. I'm going to be straight up honest with you. You can't tell me during a COVID year, all these players work their bag off to get D1, especially the Big Ten schools and the NCAA. You can't tell me that they're not going to party the whole school season. You're in college once in your lifetime, right? Especially if you're having just a year and a half. You can't tell me you're not going to, have a little fun while the only time you're in college. It's college, kids. and you can't. I don't even blame Clarkson on it. And a lot of people hated on him, but they had a good year, and it's a learning lesson, and they'll be back next year. I guarantee you that.
Facts. Yeah, I thought it was funny more than anything, and why not at least see if they get a bid? Like, keep them out of the tournament because for COVID protocols, whatever, but at least let them have, they earn that much. They played through a COVID season. They did everything right before that. Mm-hmm. Why not at least see if they get picked?
Yeah, so I mean, back to what we're saying, though, it's just Army, I think...
It's their year, baby.
The dominoes fell in the right direction here. It's Army's in, and I would say... AIC's in with them, but I'm not ruling on Niagara for sure, or Canisius for that matter, because Canisius looked very good versus RIT.
We'll get there, but so obviously going down this list, you got Army, AIC, Michigan. One team we haven't even mentioned yet, St. Cloud State. Right now, as of recording, they're down 4-2 to North Dakota. I think that game's not over yet. I think there's like 10 minutes left, something like that in the third. But St. Cloud's in,
regardless, they're
no
in.
doubt.
So I mean, should we go by conference to break this down easier before we do the final 16? I mean. If we break it down by conference one more time here, I mean...
NCHC, I think, should get for sure 4. Yeah. For sure 3. I would argue they should get 5. I don't think that's going to happen. But
5, no way. 4.
Okay.
4 only. North Dakota, St. Cloud State, Duluth, and Omaha. Omaha been top 10 the majority of the year. I mean,
they just had to face
they get those 4 teams. They could beat
times.
anyone in the country. I was going to say state, but anyone in the country. And if you go to Big Ten, you got for sure Minnesota, who won the Big Ten tonight championship. You got Wisconsin and you got Michigan. Those are for sure. And then if you go WCHA.
Okay, we're just going for sure's right now.
Yeah, we're going for sure's. So what do we got? We're at 7 right now. For sure's WCHA, I would say Minnesota State. And on the bubble, Bemidji State still, Lake State but
bubble.
maybe almost lock them down as for sure. I mean, still
Both
bubble though.
Teams,
I mean, they play each other, so that's tough. With the loser of that Friday night
so that's 3 right there. We're at 10.
We're at 10. If we go to Atlantic, I would say for sure AIC and let's say for sure Army and just cut it there. So now we're only at 12.
12.
But how you go to Hockey
Quinnipiac
East?
Is 13 for ECAC.
Yep. And now you got Hockey East. You got 3 teams, and you obviously
Providence.
Obviously BC's in there for sure.
Yeah.
I mean
BC
after that and UMass for sure. But after
I would
that,
say BU is a for sure. That's 3. So that's 16. So we're waiting on these tournaments to come around, and that's why the Atlantic might get shafted. We don't. Same with WCHA. If there's conferences that are gonna get shafted, I hate to say it.
Yeah,
it's my 2 favorite conferences. I'm a Duluth guy. I love the Atlantic and I love the WCHA more because it's gritty.
It's gritty, and
there's teams that just don't get enough love. So I'm gonna give it to them. The Atlantic should get 2 in my book, and WCHA should get 3. I don't know if it's gonna happen.
I just don't think it's gonna happen. I think Atlantic gets 1 or WCHA gets 2, and that's it. And that's why that's sad. That Friday night,
it's a sad moment.
That Friday night matchup,
we'll have to see.
Lake State and Bemidji comes down to who's getting cut. I think. Unfortunately, I think that's the conference that gets cut because I don't think AIC is winning this tournament. But if AIC doesn't win this tournament, where are they seated right now? Where are they seated right now?
USCHO, they're top 14. So
they're 14.
They got to be in.
So it's.
They
got to win this game. They got to win this.
Yeah, they can't lose.
It's single game right now, and they have to beat Canisius.
Yeah, no, Canisius is playing Army. They can't lose to Niagara. Yeah. That is an absolute
AIC
fact.
Niagara. So let's cut that again.
Dangerous game.
So they're AIC right now. You come down to it. WCHA might have 2. Depending on the winner of Lake State Bemidji. I think that winner's going on. The others, their season's over. But I will say, the Atlantic, AIC plays Niagara. AIC loses to Niagara. They might be out. That might be the team out, and then you might see Lake State slip in if it's a good close game to that last spot. So many Niagara wins that tournament. Army's in. Who knows?
So as of recording this on a Tuesday, this is March 16th.
I think it's all up to Niagara here at the end of the bubble, man. It really
Niagara, is. The Purple Eagles are first
if AIC beats
Canisius too. Canisius, they win it all.
Yeah.
That's going to throw things on top of itself. So
Bemidji and Lake State are polling for AIC
or Army.
Army to win this weekend's first games in the semis. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. That's what's on the bubble. I wish we had these games slated for tonight, but
we already kind of slated Quinnipiac as the winner of that tournament. If St. Lawrence or Colgate wins that tournament, that's going to flip things too. Because neither of those teams, I don't think, deserve to get in. But they get an automatic bid if they win that tournament.
Yep. So
there's a lot of factors there.
I mean, so one more time.
Northern Michigan could win.
I mean,
I don't think they will at all, but they could. Those Wildcats.
I mean, let's not rule them out. The NMU Puckheads, they've been electric all season for the fans that have been able to come.
But it's Mankato. It's at Mankato.
But Mankato, man, they struggle. I know you said it, but they struggled with Ferris State last week. Not struggled. I thought they're going to win the whole time, but they didn't house them either. So Northern Michigan, I mean, the way they played this past weekend was just gritty.
They got pucks deep.
They got pucks deep, and they worked their tail off. But I don't know. I think they can. I don't know. It's just one game. You remember? So it's just one game.
It's a one gamer.
You get up 3-0, and you're just chipping it out the rest, or 2-0 even. You're chipping it out the rest of the game.
In one game, Northern Michigan could have 3 guys kicked out. I mean, you
I would
can't
go
bet
even
anything
6.
else.
But I mean, Griff just gets the boys going in that room. But it's
down to their third.
You just got to remember, it's no more series. It's one game. AIC, Niagara, Canisius, Army, Northern Michigan, Minnesota State, Bemidji State, Lake State. I mean, those 4 games are games you're going to have to watch, must-watch TV this weekend before the selection show. Looks like North Dakota's going to wrap up this Frozen Face-Off championship right
4-3.
here. And just when I said that, it's 4-3. We got, 7 minutes left?
11 minutes. I was wrong.
Well, we're going to have to tune into that one because that's just grittiness at its finest. And
my God.
And we just watched the Gophers win that Big Ten championship. Shout out to my boy McManus and the rest of the boys.
7 minutes left.
7 minutes left. There you go. Back in the Frozen Face-Off championship. But I mean, let's run through our 16 one more time because we've been
Jesus.
all over the place.
I'm so
here.
excited to edit this. I'm like really fired up.
Yeah, this is gonna suck for you, but
You're throwing so many numbers at me. It's like The Hangover, and he's just trying to count cards.
Yeah.
All right, so we got North Dakota. That's 1.
Yep.
Boston College. That's 2. Mankato. That's 3. Gophers. That's 4.
Yep.
Quinnipiac 5. Wisconsin 6.
St. Cloud,
St. Cloud 7.
Army 8.
Army 8. AIC 9. Michigan 10.
Yep.
Boston University 11. Beavs makes 12.
We're running out of room.
UMass makes 13.
This is no particular order, but yeah.
no particular, because Duluth, we're at 14 right now. Then we got 15 would be Omaha.
Yeah.
Lake State makes 16, and that's with a lot of teams still.
And
that
that's
can make that
UMass
double.
Lowell still in the tournament. There could make it.
Penn State bubble, Northeastern bubble.
Yep.
Canisius bubble.
Yep.
Or needs to win tourney, not bubble. Northern Michigan needs to win the tourney. Niagara needs to win that tourney.
Yeah, that's the only way in.
But yeah, so I think we covered all the bases there. So we gave our top 16. If we had to pick it right now, before these tournaments are decided, that's it. I would say for me. I don't know about you. I kind of talked over it, kind of put Lake State in there for me. But
Okay, let's just let's go one more time.
Providence too is a bubble Providence,
and they're still in it.
And
Yeah,
if they win the tournament, they're in. Obviously,
I mean, not even that. I think if they
I
get
think
to
if
the
they win this next
championship, they
game,
might be that last.
they
that
beat
last
UMass,
4 seed.
they get that spot. So yeah, that's one I gotta add in. So
Let's
Providence,
just redo it one more time.
God effing damn. Okay,
Sorry,
so excited to edit this.
it's gonna sound good.
Here's our top 16. If we had to pick it right now, we're gonna say who we think should be in and
Let's
who
just
is
go.
the bubble.
Let's just go. Who's gonna win the tournament? Let's predict it right now. Who's gonna win each the Atlantic and
We already did that
WCHA?
last week. Okay, so right now we have Gophers won their Big Ten.
Yeah, I'm just saying the last 2 series remaining 3
Yeah.
between NCHE is over too. So Atlantic, WCHA, ECAC. Fuck, it is 3.
That's why ECAC is such a dark horse, because all those teams play against each other so close. I don't want my brain is so scattered. Like we forgot about.
We're all over the place.
We forgot about Providence. We forgot about St. Cloud at one point. So right now I'm going to say Quinnipiac is going to win the ECAC.
Okay.
That's my bet. And then with the Atlantic, I'm going to say Army. I think Army takes that tournament. Hopefully AIC is in there, but if it's Army Niagara, Army's going to walk over them. That's my bet. And I love the Eagles. So
I think I'm going to go Army with you there, and we're going to go Quinnipiac, obviously, and then
Hockey East, I'm sticking with my UMass pick. I don't think they lose to Providence. They've beat up on them before. I think last time they played, it was like 7 or 8 to 1.
I think they win a close one, though.
I think it's going to be a closer game, obviously, but I think they're going to take them down. And then I don't even know who's going to come out of BC, UMass, Lowell, but I think UMass takes both of those teams down if it comes down to it. I think they can take down BC like they have in OT. That winner was nuts. Same with UMass Lowell. They'll take them down. So that's my pick for Hockey East. So let's go to these total 16 right now.
One more time. Yep, go.
One more time for those kids back home. So we got North Dakota makes 1.
Yep.
Boston College makes 2. Mankato makes 3. Gophers makes 4. St. Cloud State makes 5. Quinnipiac makes 6. Wisconsin is 7. Army is 8. AIC is 9. Michigan's 10. BU is 11. Bemidji State is 12. UMass is 13. Duluth, God, I hate that they're so low. 14, no particular order, people.
Yeah.
Omaha is 15, and Lake State would be 16. Keep in mind, so now we have bubbles. We got UMass Lowell's on that bubble that they could win their tournament.
Providence.
Providence could win their tournament. Canisius could win their tournament. Same with Niagara.
Yep.
Same with Northern Michigan. All those teams
Same with Colgate.
could win their Colgate. Same with St. Lawrence. I'm not even putting them on my radar again.
But they're still bubble teams.
They are. My head hurts though, James.
Yeah, it
Remember this.
hurts. It hurts.
And then we have Penn State, who just needs a lot to happen for them to get in. Northeastern needs a lot to happen for them to get in with these bubbles. We're talking here. They need Atlantic to get shafted. They need WCHA to get shafted.
Yeah.
Which could happen. I mean, it's the NCAA, people.
Yeah, who knows?
They like to make money. So
as long as college hockey's news not putting the 16 teams in, I think everyone's gonna be okay.
Goodness.
But
so that's our 16. That's what bubbles that need to happen. I don't see it like Michigan Tech's not going to make it. Like those are teams that were kind of bubble coming into their conference tournaments.
Yeah,
I don't think they have a shot. Same with Bowling Green. We took them off the list.
They're done.
They had a shot.
They're done.
They messed up. They're out. So that's what we think here for the top 16. That's what has to happen for those other bubble teams or needing to win their tournament teams to get in. And I'm exhausted.
That's it.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Wendy, Frank,
Anyone?
John?
Yeah, Johnny.
Nobody.
There's no one. That's
Is that Nickelback I hear?
Yeah.
Burn it to the ground. Go that night.
I don't think, for me personally, the shutout means anything more. I think it just means that we're playing good defensively. And coming playoff time, I think that's just, that's what you need to do to be successful in this. this atmosphere. So the team, they play well in front of me. Our penalty kill was outstanding tonight, and the score reflected that.
Bemidji State starting in goal will be Zach Driscoll, a junior from Apple Valley.
Astro gets in. It's a move and a save.
Loose side of the goal, Driscoll slides over, makes a save. The point with a shot. Driscoll is saving it. Tech right back in. Bliss comes in. Driscoll comes up. Stop, redirects out front. Somehow Driscoll makes this.